Yo, what's up, YouTube? How you guys doing? Welcome to my channel. This is gonna be an Etheria restart video. I think it's gonna be the first video that I done of Etheria restart. This is gonna be more likely a reaction video to Gacha Smack's video on his opinion on the game. He has more hours than me and everything, and he put in a lot of work and stuff like that. And I love him as a CC, and I could trust him. But we're gonna be reacting to this video. I'm gonna put my layer of things or whatever he has to criticize about or whatever. There's any good things about it. I'm at like on top of it of what my experience is as like a casual free to play. Technically, I'm a low spender. I'm a low spender free to play. Right now, I'm a level 62. I'm not really like a hardcore player in these turn-based. Well, this is my actually. Let me take that back. IMO. This is my first turn-based gacha, so I never had the chance to play HSR or any other turn-based because HSR it came by on PS5, but I don't own a PS5. I came from a PS4, so an upgrade to a PC, as you can see, and so yeah, I never experienced any. I didn't experience with turn-based gacha at all, and this is my first. This is just like my first ever experience or reaction or opinion on how I feel and what I experienced as a first timer in a turn-based gacha, and how I feel about it. But we're gonna be reacting to Gacha Smack's video, and we'll see what he thinks about it as a hardcore player and everything. And from there, yeah.
Boys and girls, I would say that this video is long overdue. I have officially reached level 100 in Etheria Restart, and I've easily dumped over 200 hours into this game. I am absolutely at the point where I feel I can give it a thorough review and talk not just about the bad, but also the good. Too often in this space do I see the communities who end up not liking a game for whatever reason. When they get asked about the game, all they can utter is nothing but negative, and they ignore all the good aspects. And Etheria Restart is truly one of those games that's got a lot of flaws.
Yeah, sadly, this game overall, there's more negatives than positives in this game. I'm gonna be real. It's just really, it really sucks as like a free to play player or someone just plays casually, like a hardcore casual or something like that. It just really sucks. I mean, there's some positive things about this game, but there's just so much negative that's just overpowered this game, that overpowers like just the way this game is, and it's just like it just sucks that there's more negatives than positives in this game, and it's just really bad that there's people that's gonna be that's pretty much leaving the game and just probably gonna move on to something else. So yeah.
To it, but it's also got some really strong points that if you're the type of person that enjoys a game that has good strategy, or you want good team development as you're building up these characters, and you want to think pretty hard on the abilities and how they synergize with other characters, this is a game that can truly give you that itch. But on the other end of the spectrum, it's got some things about it that are very annoying to deal with in the realms of quality of life, in the realms of economy, as well as a RNG system. There's a balancing act that really needs to be tackled with care when it comes to RNG and economy. And I feel like that's one of the weakest points, without a shadow of a doubt, of Etheria Restart. I strive, as usual, to give a thorough perspective on this game's flaws as well as its strong points. Okay, before we get into like all the criticism, I want to start off with some of the good things. In fact, some of the most positive elements of this game that keeps me logging back in every day. How did I get to level 100 and put in probably somewhere around 200 hours, and it's only been out for a little over a month? No, it's not because I'm sponsored. Obviously, that's a little bit of a reason, but the majority of the reasons of why I keep coming back to this game boil down to why I love turn-based gaming in the first place. It's strategy and team development. I want to give you a quick example here. So first and foremost, I haven't conquered this game yet. What do I mean by that? Well, in Wuthering Waves and HS,
I personally like the strategy and everything it is. I like how you have to you have to think about the team build and how you're gonna go into the PVE side of things and everything. I myself, I'm not a PvP player. I'm more like a PVE player myself. The fact that you have to actually strategize to go in with like a certain, not a certain character, but like like a certain way for like a fight and everything. I could see how that could be a little bit of a downside for some people because they have to think like oh damn, I need this character but I don't have him. Either they have to like pull them or something like that. But I I personally I don't mind the strategy type, how you have to approach some of the fights, uh the boss fights and stuff like that, and everything else that's in the content. It's fine with me. I personally, I have a whole bunch of SSRs. If I just go here real quick, give me 2 seconds. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Leanna's free, so I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna take her away. She's free. What is it, 10, 11? So let's say 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's take away minus Liang and Linglo. So we just take out minus Liang and Linglo, and that's how many SSRs I have. What is that? So that's 12 SSRs that I have personally. And I mean, if you ask me personally, I think my count is all right. The problem is just trying to build up these, just trying to build these characters up, trying to get into the high end content like Inferno mode and stuff. I could do Hell mode 4 on Terramaton like nothing with Shadow Sonya and whatever team I got with that. But when it comes to Doki Doki and Aurora, it's just that's a different story because I'm trying to farm on Terramaton so I could build up my DPS characters, so I could like knock out Doki Doki. And once I get a team built for Doki Doki, I'm trying to knock out Aurora. Like I already got what team I'm trying to run, but now that I got different characters, I have to like reevaluate and rethink how am I gonna reapproach Doki Doki now? Because now that I just pulled for some characters, I was just like, maybe let me double check and see, and what team am I gonna run for Doki Doki and stuff like that, and Aurora. I'm always looking at YouTube videos and stuff when it comes to like strategy games like that, because obviously some CCs, they give pretty decent some pointers and stuff like that. So pretty much, like I said, my opinion on how this game is, how it's a turn-based strategy and everything. As a first timer, I think it's pretty good. I think it's not bad. It's pretty good.
Are one of the points you get to relatively quickly once you build up your characters. Then it gets to a point where doing the gear farming in these games are just brain dead. Like you can click on anything. If this was WUR, HSR, go in there. There is no thought whatsoever. They just get clapped. Whereas in Etheria Restart, these, and anybody who's playing this will tell you, these modes are unbelievably challenging. I dare say this is the most difficult game in the entirety of the gacha space, debatably for sure. When it comes to clearing its PvE content, they don't just hand you the gear farming on a gold, silver, or silver platter. You very much have to concoct teams to go up against these modes, and you will still get your shit handed to you. And that's a bit of a reason why I keep logging back in. I don't feel like I've conquered the end game yet. Like if I go to Grim Pursuit, I've done Inferno on everything, right? But I can't auto it. I damn sure can't auto this dude. Like, fuck this guy, bro. He is a real dickhead. I can't auto him. I can auto Shadow Flame Hoyan. I can't auto Sharon yet either, but I can auto Nico Nana, Shadow Flame Hoyan. I'm still working on these two. And then over here in Threshold mode, I can auto the hell out of Doki Doki. I'm autoing Aurora right now, but sometimes I take a L, but I cannot for the life of me auto this guy. And so these are still like tasks and motivating factors that keep me coming back and going, okay, who the hell do I need to build up, or what build and like what gearing am I missing that's preventing me from tackling and mastering that aspect of this game? I know that might sound ludicrous to some of you guys, but for me, I'm a grinder at heart. And so these type of variables motivate me to keep playing. I love that type of stuff. I actually hate the idea that WUA and HSR and other games that are similar allow you to just steamroll through their in-game PvE content, because it leaves me with a feeling of emptiness. There's no real like motivating factor for me in the realms of strategizing and team development. Whereas in this game, guys, I'm proud, and tremendously proud when I go into Doki Doki Inferno mode and I look at my my team here and I go, wow, this team can go 7 or 8-0 without failing a single run in continuous battle. And that is a team that I fucking cooked, and I speed tuned them perfectly. And I got this guy here to freeze them, CC him. I got her in case I get one tap. This is my DPS. She speeds her up so she gets the 3 charges. She's for my speed for my whole team. And well, we all know how broken Lily is, right? Regardless, there's multiple teams you can do and develop to overcome the infernal difficulty of Doki Doki. And that's just one of many modes. This is not me selling you the game. This is me telling you the truth. In Terra Matan, fuck this guy. Oh man, bro, he's so annoying. It took me a long time to beat this dude, but I finally got some teams together to where I can get it done. And this might be different from somebody who plays this game actively. I'm running a dual DPS, Didding and Yelly, and then I have this guy to strip the buff off of him. I have her to like disrupt the one shot. It's just like all of these little mechanics contribute to true difficulty of a fight. I guess to sum all that up, guys, PvE isn't HP inflation difficulty. Now there's a little bit of HP inflation in there, but the majority of the difficulty of these modes is actually strategizing, is actually like CC mechanics and making sure you read what the boss does and what the other enemies do, and then putting a character in your team to overcome those things. Another thing that I'm gonna call out for honestly for both WUA and HSR, again, they're just good reference points. The elemental system actually matters in this game. You cannot put a element that is countered by the enemy in your squad and expect that shit to still work. You will get fucking bodied.
Yeah,
and
you
that's
will get
beautiful,
bodied.
because what that forces you to do is actually build your account, spread it out, and go in here and say, okay, I'm going up against this wind or grass elemental enemy. Let's come over here to these fire teammates and see what I'm working with over here. Which one of these guys could actually aid me in that scenario? And so once again,
Yeah, when I first started playing this game, I had a whole bunch of, in the beginning, when I played, I had a whole bunch of blue element characters, and I felt like I felt like I was bricked in the beginning, because I had so many blue characters, and there was like a bunch of blue enemy fights that, or like other enemy, like opposite enemy types of my element that I couldn't do, because there's a bunch of green element that I couldn't fight because I was weaker to them, because the characters I had were weaker to them, you know. I had so many damn, look at that pause though.
thought-provoking.
I I had so many blue characters that I was just like, bro, what the hell? It's like, it's hard in the beginning for me. It was I think I got bricked from the blue characters that I got, because there was a lot of green element characters in the beginning, especially Termaton. He's a green element, and I had a bunch of blues. So me fighting Termaton at the time, when I had a whole bunch of blue characters, it was shit. It was absolute dog shit. But that comes around in RNG when it comes to pulling the characters and stuff like that. But in the beginning for me, it was rough as hell. Then after like the first double drop event, then my count went up. I got Shadow Sonya and everything like that, and I was good to go. Once I got Shadow Sonya and a bunch of other characters that I got real lucky with, then my account definitely went up there. Now I'm able to do Hell 4 on Termaton on auto with Shadow Sonya, and I'm chilling from there. But at the same time, like I said, I'm farming Termaton so my DPS could be better on Doki Doki. So from in my process is was going to be way longer than any other hardcore player or any other person that's out there, because I'm like a hardcore casual. You know, I'll log in and do stuff, getting this and that, but once it's farming in this game, you know, I'm gonna say my opinion on that later. It's just, you know, it is what it is, you know.
Provoking in team development, thought-provoking in strategy. That keeps me logging in every day. Another massive positive W of Etheria Restart. Best experience in my gacha tenure by far, with 4-star characters. In Etheria, the jargon is SR, but that's a 4-star character. I have never experienced such value from 4-star characters, right? Everybody knows how good Ditting is, but usually in these gacha games, it's like a one-hit wonder. It's like Bennett was the guy for Genshin Impact. Yeah, sure, you can name a couple of more, but like it's usually like 1 or 2 really broken 4-stars. Everybody else is like worthless. Not in Etheria Restart. This dude has carried my account tremendously. One of the strongest DPS on my entire roster, debatably the strongest, competing with my Yelly, who is fully fucking decked out. I have every single ability filled out by her, expended the hell out of my lattices, indicting still neck and neck with her. Bro is just a monster. He's been my favorite character since the beta. He's not the only one. Viper, if I did not build this dude up, I would get bodied in so many modes that I need to progress my horizontal investment. It's not even, this dude saves me in so many modes, it's unreal. I use him for Aurora. I use him for Phantom Theater. I use him for Union. I use him for like 2 different Grim Shell fights. It's unreal.
Speaking of the SRs, I need to build mine. I have a few. I think I only have Guiding and who do I have build? I only have Dieting and Fangus build up as SR units, but I got a bunch. I have all the SR units, but I don't have them build or anything like that. I definitely have to build Kraken, Marvel, Viper. I got a bunch of copies of. Marvel I need to build. I got to build this chick. I know this chick is good. Chachi the guard. I got to build him. He's good at defense. Who else? Gray, I don't know if Gray's getting talked about. I know he was good for the early game, but I don't know about the end game type of stuff. I don't know if he's good at the end game stuff. And this version of this girl, the red version, I need to build her as well. I mean, I really love how the purples in this game do feel like SSRs, and they really do help out like a lot, you know. It's just really cool how the SRs are really good to the good as well. So you don't feel like left behind, like as if you have to pull characters for SSRs and stuff like that. So it's really cool how this game really is like how would you say diversity. There's more diversity too. That's the word, diversity. It's more diverse of when there's actually good SSRs. You know, when you don't have SSRs to work on, or you just don't have the characters that you don't have. But it's kind of cool how the diversity of the SRs there is and SSRs, because you don't really have to pull, you know, a bunch of SSRs character units to have a good, you know, team build. I mean, there's plenty of videos that I've seen that has like SR characters only builds, and they can knock out Hell mode and sometimes Inferno. But I mean, it's really good how the purple characters are.
This guy here, PvP machine. I literally would not progress through PvP if I didn't have Kraken. I use my Lily to speed him up. I slow the shit out of them, and then I just delete them with my Yelly. That's the strategy. Sonya, one of the most broken healers in the game. That's a 4-star. Also cracked in PvP. Dorothy, an unpopular 4-star that I use every now and then in more niche scenarios. She's not as crazy as everyone else, but I like her personally. But Valerian, literally one of the most broken sustainers in the entirety of the game. Like, not just, here's the crazy thing about these SR units. They're not downgrades. They're literally like meta. They're like best in their category, bro. Yep. It's not like, oh, that's a downgrade because I don't have this character. Bro, you will see. I'll just show it to you. Don't take it from my mouth. Let's come over here to challenge. Let's go to threshold. And let's go to like, we'll go to Terramatan, and let's just come over here to this book. This shows you the strategies of what everybody uses to overcome this. Now, when you go to just clear times, these are literal fucking whales, straight up whales. Go to recent times, you'll get a more realistic view of what people are using. You'll see Valerian every single time. Valerian. This is not just like a downgrade. This is best in slot to overcome hardest difficulty. Unless you're a goddamn well, then you just start doing crazy numbers of damage because you have so much investment, right? But that's what I like about this game. It's the fact that the 4-star characters, they did not exaggerate. They're not just like inferior, they're niche, but in their niche, they will outperform SSR units. Marvel's another guy who will do that. And this excites me once again, because I know that in the future, there will be 4 stars that are useful. Well, you know what? I don't want to get ahead of myself on that. For now, these 4 stars are banger. We'll see what happens in the future. How about that? Ultimately, though, I've been relatively pleased with their 4-star lineup. The next positive I want to talk to you guys about, and maybe even a bit of a negative, is going to be the balancing act of new characters that come out. These guys have been releasing like double banner characters. This is 2 times now they've released double banner limited characters. Hoyan and Holden, and now it's Fu Shui and Nahor. And biggest Nahor, holy, what a whore. The biggest problem in HSR
Goddamn
is,
slut.
you know, when a new character comes out, they're overpowering everything. Like, it's just like the power creep is fucking absurd in that game. It's been really nice that in Etheria Restart, out of the 5 characters that have come out, because there's been Yeli and Holden, there's been Hoyan, Fu Shui, and Nahor, there's only one of them that I felt was a must pull in retrospect. Holden. I need him for my Terramatan fights. I really do. He puts attack down. He
Same. I put for Holden, and I need him for Terramatan as well.
Overcome that fight. Yeli, brother, I do not need her. I don't. Didding feels everything that she does. It's like
exactly why I didn't put for Yeli, bro. Because I knew I had Didding and he was chill. Yeli's really good for PvP, bro. She's cracked. But for PvE, I really didn't need her at the time. I put for Hold On. I got his S3 and his S2 maxed out, and I'm chilling with that. And yeah, so I'm chilling with him like there. Where is he? Right here. Bow. S2, S3, and we're chilling right there. Obviously. Then I got I also got the new character right here as well. I have her right here. She's all I needed. I didn't need the other guy. I forgot his name. Was it Nahor? I didn't need Nahor. I personally thought I just didn't need him at all, but I definitely needed this girl though. I was like, oh, I'm going for her. I know, because she's a support, and support it's so fucking good in this game. Like, depending who it is, I mean, support is really good in this game. Who it is, as long as you know how to play them, how you build them, as long as you know how to build them and stuff like that, then support is really good in this game.
I put 12 lattices in this character, and the value that I get out of those 12 lattices, I'm not going to say it's lackluster. She hits hard as hell. I have a full-blown decked out girl now. This is my strongest character on my account. I literally have went so hard on this character. It's insane. Like, and don't get me wrong, she hits like a truck. But the amount of investment that I put in her could have been spread out. I mean, you're talking 12 lattices. It could have been spread out so well on my account. Like, I could have already given my Lily the fill to the brim on this part, and it would have just made her even more well-rounded than she already is. I would have still had 8 more to spare to fill out on the rest of my account. What I'm trying to tell you though is, like, I didn't need any of these characters I picked up. Fu Shui, I've already like fully built her up, test her out. I could delete this bitch off my account. It wouldn't make a difference. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Now, she'll have a role to fill, and there's some scenarios that I can get to cooking with her where I'm like, oh, okay, there's the value. But what I respect about Etheria Restart is there isn't blatant power creep. There's roles to fill, and there's tools to use in certain scenarios, but nobody's just showing up like, fuck you, I'm better than everyone on your account, bar none. Even my Holden, I could replace him on the Terramatan fight. There's a couple of options. You can get to cooking with a Veronica if you really want to, with the Soul Steel, take the immunity off, put it on your team, maybe use Catchy the Guard with Veronica to extend her Soul Steel ward buff. There's a number of things you can do to get to cooking. There's even this girl right here who's a 4-star, by the way, who has the dispel and can function like Holden can. She gives defense up to your team while taking the immunity off of the guy. There's always a alternative option for the SSR characters, and I have yet to see. Now, I'm not saying it can't come, but I have yet to see a situation where I'm like,
he doesn't have real mocha build. Oh my god, he got a 4-star. Oh, Brody, you gotta build her. She's OD in Doki Doki, Brody. Oh my god, you gotta put her on that one shell. I think it's called a count or something like that. Something about lifesteal and shit like that. But I think it's called count. Let me see. You go here, archive here, and is it this one? This is the one. You get this Shalon Remotely, whatever, rat chick. Yeah, she's OD and she's crazy. And you're all set with her. We put her on Doki Doki and call it a day. You go auto that bitch like nothing. It's crazy.
Must pull.
You gotta build her, man.
It just hasn't happened yet. And that's respectable for me because that's the biggest problem in gacha games where every limit.
And you only gotta invest S3 into her and that's it. You only need S3 to fully build her out and that's it.
Character feels like you need to have them. And to piggyback on top of this, one of the things I saw, how did we do here? We went 3 and 2. Oof, kind of rough. That's okay. We'll run that back. One of the things I want to piggyback on is the summoning system. I was strongly against their light dark cost, 300. And don't get me wrong, still a bit expensive, but nowhere near as bad as I thought because my initial perspective on it was I got to use this resource to pull these guys. I'm never using that resource. And I still haven't never used this resource to use 300 to get a light character. And look how much I have. I've spent money on this game. There's not even a debate about that. I think I might be approaching $100. I might already be at $100. None of that money has been used to secure these. This has all been free to play. I got 46 of these puppies saved up. Only one light unit has came out, light dark unit. I already got her and I still have another 46. This just goes to show you that sometimes our initial perception can be a bit skewed or like fucked because as I've been playing this game, it's been pretty damn generous. All things considered and in all fairness, it's been pretty considerate. It's been pretty fair with how many of these I can get. Now I do every single week. When this freaking thing refreshes, I buy this. This might be like not worth it for some of you guys, but now it's a.
Yeah, I only get the 800 and that's it. I never get the 1200 as a free to play player. This for this, I don't know. It just wouldn't benefit me. Like maybe in the long run, if I start buying it around now and don't spend it, but I'd rather spend it on energy costs than doing pulls and stuff like that. I got 4,000 energy right there. Holy shit. RIP two times drop. But yeah, I personally I only go for the 800, not the 1200, but so yeah.
200 cost for those 300 cost shits at a discount. You get a nice little 35% discount on them. I buy it every single week and it's been adding up, but I haven't done my arena yet where I can buy 5 more from here. Every time this summon shop replenishes, I do my pulls and I buy 10 more from here and I try to get that going every single time. And then there's just a number of modes that are just a bit charitable with the resource. Anti-sync, look at this, guys. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I gotta do that
8,
mode to be honest.
9, 10. So I got 10 more to get from this mode over here. When the next light or dark unit comes out, I'll already have probably about 70 fucking pulls, effectively guaranteeing that light dark unit. As long as Etheria doesn't just throw these light dark units at you like crazy, I think it's been pretty damn fair with how you receive this resource. I'm being dead ass. No like dick riding or any of that. In my personal experience, we all freaked out about this so far. If it changes, I'll be the first to tell you, oh hell no, bro, they put 3 dark units back to back now. These motherfuckers out of pocket, bro.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go how they're switching up the summit system personally, because yeah, just imagine having like dark light and dark units like in the summons back to back to back. That'd be crazy, bro. Luckily I pulled Henrich out of a permanent summon. What was it, like a few days ago? I was so lucky. So yeah. But other than that, I have no problem when it comes to pulling characters or anything like that, because obviously RNG and Jesus was on my side, and I was able to. I got characters that I needed, either they came in clutch for the time that I need them, or they just they definitely boosted my account though.
I told you this review isn't a smear campaign. It's not to slurp glorp. It's just to paint the picture the way I've been seeing it with my personal experience. And without all that positive shit out the way, I want to talk about the negatives now. One of the first things I remember.
Ooh, this is where you're gonna be cooking. I'm gonna be cooking here too, so it's probably gonna be a little bit of a gap fast after he say his criticism. I might add on top of it, like I said in the beginning of the video. I'm just gonna be adding on top of what he says, or just my experience as a first time Gacha Turn Base player. And so yeah,
is them hard selling that dupes don't matter. Now, I'm not here to talk to you guys about the dupes do matter, man. See, they matter. Duh, they matter to an extent in PvP. Sure, absolutely. Those little tweaks and percentages and that reduced damage taken, increased final damage, all that shit adds up in PvP, especially when you're doing it on a competitive level. But I don't care about that. It really is a minuscule.
Me neither. I don't care about PvP. All I care is about the PvE. I just want to get to the end game and just, do shit.
Like value. What I find interesting about this and a lot of these gacha games these days, they're getting more tactful with how they present you their gacha models in a way where you go, oh wow, that's a lot more free to play friendly. The reason the dupes don't matter that much in this game is because something else matters more than the goddamn dupes. And I think we all know what I'm talking about. It's the lattice acquisition as well as the character's abilities. Now, I would like to use HSR as a reference in a positive way. Okay, in HSR, you can go every character on your account, go to their innate abilities and unlock all of this in like one sitting, just by going to the correct domain. And you're like, okay, all right, got all my.
Like I said, I have no experience with HSR. Like I said, I own a PS4. I never bother even try to download HSR on my PC because I don't support Hoyoverse anymore. I still have Genshin, but I haven't spent any money at all. I think the most I spent was like $30, $35 or something like that. Definitely under $40. That's all I know. But all I know, I put 1,000 hours in Genshin Impact, and I feel like after putting 1,000 hours into it, I don't think not my time, but I just don't feel like my money is worth putting in Genshin Impact, because it's just like, nah, because just save, and plus you already know Genshin is so shit when it comes to RNG and stuff like that. Same thing with this game. Etheria Restart, RNG is so shit too.
Innate abilities unlocked. As we know in Etheria Restart, this shit is a massive problem. It's to no one's surprise that I'm
huge
ready
problem.
to go in on this. These guys in Etheria Restart treat this shit here like gold. You are so short squeezed by this. It is unbelievable, guys. You can.
Yeah, lattices is a huge problem, dude. The fact that that's so rare to get. Like right now, I could get a lattice right now. Look at that. I could just make a lattice right now. Look at boom, use, confirm, and that's it. But it's already gonna be gone. Cause why? Cause I already got plans, and I'm gonna use it on Ramocha. Cause like I said, I'm gonna build for my Doki Doki, and after I use that lattice, just a bunch of other players. A bunch of other characters I gotta build as well. I gotta build Ling Lo's was it S1 or S3, whichever one, and I still gotta build Rosa. Then I gotta build Freya. Then I have to build who else? I gotta build Henrich. Then I gotta build this guy because this guy is good in PvP, but it's whatever. This girl, I don't know anything about her. I probably have to search her up on YouTube, but whatever. I definitely gotta. I heard that you don't have to build up. What is it? Fukyu. 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 No, but I heard that you don't have to build this chick, so that's kind of good. You kind of save lattices for that. But other than that, I mean, even though I got the lattice for only for Ramocha, which I'm about to do right now, might as well. Bow. I mean, just trying to get more is a pain in the ass, to be honest, bro. Especially as a hardcore casual player, it's a pain in the ass. Free to play, also. It's just so dog shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, it is how it is. I mean, if that's how they want shit to be done, it is. I mean, we can speak up on it, but they're gonna have to change that shit so quick, bro. It's so bad.
Build up so many characters, but the real value and the real performance of these characters revolves around you filling out these trees right here. And you'll notice my Messiah, who I would love to fill out. This dude, this is the most broken DPS in the game.
Yeah, I would love to get Messiah, but RNG is not on Messiah though.
He absolutely has.
I got hand rich by new Messiah though.
But like this guy, I would love to invest in him. But as y'all already know, I'm fucking broke on this. They don't give it out enough. But you know where they do give it out at? Let's come over here to this shop, guys.
The fucking
you get
store.
It from here for the good price of $31.
Right.
You get it again for the good price of $51. You get it again for $15. You get it again for $30. You get it again for $100. Oh man, those wells, they might not be mattering much in the dupe section, but let me tell you something, brother. If a well can get those lattices out the shop, and they do refresh that shop all the time.
Yep.
Well, you're going to be going up against a well who not only has max dupes, but also has way more lattices to you. So therefore, all of their innate abilities are unlocked as well, and ignores the target's passive when attacking. You imagine how much stronger my goddamn Messiah is going to be in PvP with that perk versus somebody who don't have the PvP or the pay to win incentive to get this shit unlocked. This is why the dupes don't matter incentive was pitched to you so strongly, because we didn't know how short squeezed these lattices were going to be. And so that is a massive problem in this game right now. Not only are you worried about them having a max dupe Messiah, but you're also going to be worried about them having way more lattices. And so all of their characters' innate abilities, which are way more important than dupes, are going to be filled out. And therefore, you're even more at a competitive disadvantage. And that's not the only advantage that these guys will have over you.
Yeah, you technically could call this game pay to win if you know how to build the characters. But in the same time, you still have the RNG modules and the luck of what the substats and shit what you're trying to get. You still have that, but I mean the fact that you're able to play get lattices by paying from the store and everything and stuff like that. I mean, it's already pay to win from there. You know how to build a character. As long as you know what skill to build up on the character and how to use them or how to build them up and stuff, it's GG's, bro. Pay to win right there. That's all it is. No matter.
Also have how closely attached, how much of a symbiotic relationship PvE progression is to PvP. And when you have these lattices filled out, this is a prime example right here. Let me just tell you, this girl right here, if you don't have this level 1 tree filled up, I've been telling this to you. If you go watch my last, I think,
I need her S1.
How important this is. If you don't have this filled out, you can kiss Aurora goodbye for 99% of the accounts out there.
Yeah.
Like, there might be that one guy with the 5 billion IQ who doesn't have this, but for the majority of accounts, especially if you don't have a double healer, right? You're cooked. Imagine a whale, once again, way more lattices than you have because they're just buying them out the shop. And they're progressing through the game much more quicker than you are, autoing these in-game modes much better with much higher success rates than you are. That's an even further competitive advantage. And it's like, when you factor in all these things, there's no way on God's green earth you can expect PvP to be a real competitive fairness when there's just so many facets of how they can get ahead of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's problematic. Once again, it's important that lattice distribution gets handed out for not only free to play and budget players, but everyone, so that we can all narrow that gap of a disadvantage when we're going into PvP mode.
The gap between for the lattices when a paid a whale player to like someone a casual and or just just casual low spender is crazy. Like us casuals and low spenders, we're gonna have to, if we're grinding the game, then it don't even matter, because it depends what the game is handing out to us, with the lattices. Like we could grind the game all we want for modules and shells and shit like that, but it's the lattices, man. Like we have to build the characters but that's on the game's fault, like the events and stuff like that. Like you got to hand out the lattices and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just a huge problem with the lattices. It's just so dumb. It's crazy how they don't really like optimize and shit like that.
Biggest problem I want to talk to you about, and this I would say trumps them all, the economy. But it's not just the economy by itself, it's the economy paired with fucking egregious RNG. These two variables are probably the biggest thing I would argue anybody in in-game are going to say, yeah, bro is cooking right now. I cannot stress to you how bad the RNG is in this game right now. First of all, you'll see that I'm pretty damn broke with this. You might think this is a lot if you never played Etheria.
Yep, I agree as well. I think the RNG in this game is so bad. No matter how much time you put in everything like that, RNG is so damn bad. I personally, when the double drop was happening, I definitely was farming like a good amount. I had like 7,000 energy when I started, and I'm down at 4,000. Guess how many good pieces I got that I was happy about? I got two. You heard? Two right there. You see how many fingers I got? 1, 2. I got 2 good ass pieces for my DPS players, right? And guess what kind of piece that my substats are really good on, though? Guess. Bet you any money. Look at watch. Guess what? Which is the best piece I got? It's on a cure set. The best piece I got is on a motherfucking cure set. Bro, look at this shit. That's not better. Why am I getting the best substats? And plus, these are just like 3 substats, 2 substats, and everything. Like, bro, why am I getting the better substats on the healing matrix, but not on the DPS matrix? Like, make it make sense. Like, how do I farm this much and I don't get like the best shit on when it comes to DPS substats, it's on the healing. But when it comes to the healing substats, it's you get like the DPS shit. like healing substats, like what the fuck? Like, bro, make it make sense. Look at this shit. Look at this piece right here. This piece is crazy, right? But look it's on a cure set. It's on a cure matrix stat. Come on, bro. And it's a 2-piece too. It's a 2-piece. It's not even a 3. Like, bro, the RNG in this game is so damn bad. Like, bro, it's so damn bad. Like, I'm just so dumbfounded. Like, I just don't know what to say. Like, that's how bad it is, man. It's just like, I don't know. It's so bad. You can farm for so much, and like the outcome of you put in like that much time, and what you get is just like is so unacceptable, to be honest. It's so bad. You know, it's just real bad.
Here, restart, brother.
Oh yeah, and also the coin economy, the the money economy, it's so bad as well. You know, you try to max level one of these sets, you max out one of these. It takes let's do an example. Let's max out let's max out one of the high rarities. Just for the video, I'm gonna sacrifice my coins just for the video. Let's max this out right here. There's an attack piece, attack, crit rate, hit rate, HP bonus. Not bad, but let's max it out and see how much money I got. I have 12,531,000. Just keep this number in mind. See how much I had before, and let's see how much I end up with after I just max this out. Y'all could do the math. All right, we got to 1.8. Bro, what is that? 800,000 or some shit like that? I didn't even know the math. Like, what the hell? But still, it's a lot. And there's actually a decent piece, except for the HP bonus. I wish it was on the crit rate. Putting that on my... I'm gonna put that on my dieting later. But that's crazy though. It's so expensive. That's just one piece. If I do like a whole set, I'll be surprised. I'm surprised I have enough coins right now because I don't be upgrading every single goddamn gear or modules that I have. At this point, I'm at the point at the game where I'm stupid. Like, I'm very picky of what I need now. I'm at that point of the game. In my progress, you know, it's just you get to a point where you just now you have to get real picky at what you get now. And the RNG in this game doesn't really make it any better. You know what I mean? Like, you're looking for like a DPS piece, and you're looking for like I get a DPS piece, but like you only got you got like a 2 stat, or you get like a 3 stat on, like, you know, high rarity. Like, I'm doing hell 4. Oops, my bad. Like, I'm doing hell 4 on Terramatan, you know. And like I said, Gacha Smack, he mentions the Inferno mode, how this triple matrix here, it shows 3, but when you play, then you ended up getting like 2s. Like, it's shit, you know. Same thing with hell 4. You get 3s in hell 4. I wish, you know, like, where's my 3s at? And you get 3s in hell 3, you know. Like, make it make sense. Like, if there's 2s here, if it shows me that there's 2s, it showed me that it's gonna be dropping some 2s. Like, here in hell 3, it shows that there's 2s, all right, but the red ones, it shows there's 3 pieces. Why is it when I go in, I think, why is it when I go in I get red pieces and there's 2s, but when I go in the purples, I'm always getting 2s when it comes to purples, you know. Same thing with hell 4. If I go in and I'm bodying Terramatan with my Shadow Sanya, and there's advertising as three triple matrix on the red pieces, like, where are my triple reds? Because I'm getting a bunch of double matrix piece drops. Like, it's so bad. Like, I could imagine hell 3 you getting doubles on the purples, not the reds, because the reds it shows 3s. But from 3 and up, if you're getting like a red and it shows a triple piece right there, yo, let me get the triple piece. How it's showing right here. It's kind of like, you know, like I said, it's literally like false advertising when it comes to farming this shit. So it's kind of dumb how even the matrix pieces are, it's even RNG. It's crazy.
That ain't shit. In fact, that's not even enough to take me from level 12 to level 15 on an upgrade. But let me explain to you why this shit is bad. First of all, This is your pool currency, which I'm gonna be real. They're pretty generous with it. Every single week, you do your dailies, you do your weeklies, you do your events. Bro, they chunk this at you. Like, you get a lot of it. I'm not.
Yeah, the crystals they give you is actually fair. I do agree that the what they give you for like the events. Well, I don't even know. Well, for the events, I guess I don't know, but you do get a decent amount of crystals that they give you and everything, as long as you're not using it crazy. But you know, in this game, you're gonna end up using the crystals if you're max refreshing all the time and everything. I mean, you probably be good or something like that. It's 960 to max refresh daily. But I mean, you could do it once and that's it. But still, like, I personally I don't max refresh because I feel like the time it takes, not the time it takes, but the value I get back of the time I put in of like refreshing or just like farming, it doesn't compare as like, you know, to anything else. It's just like what I get back is just shit. You know what I mean? It's just really bad what I get back if I'm farming for like pieces or shells or like that. It's just real shit.
You get a lot of it, but it doesn't matter how much they give this to you when the RNG and the economy is so atrocious that I have to max refresh every goddamn day just to combat the RNG and the economy. I can get a lot of this, but 1,000 is how much it costs to max refresh. So no matter how much they're giving this out, I keep getting scuffed on this, right? 2 defeats, that means 2 stamina gone too, which really pisses me off. I will slap whoever thought of that idea.
We're gonna beat that nigga's ass.
I
Fuck
can look
that
at this
guy.
stuff and I can go, oh wow, yeah, that piece there, if it doesn't land on speed, probably trash. This piece here, this is an offensive piece. No crit rate, no crit damage, no attack percent, and it only had 2 slots. That's trash. It's like the amount of grind you do in a day just to get literal garbage is absurd in this game. The other problem I have is you make it to the hardest mode possible of each one of these modes. Look at what it's showing you. Literal fucking false advertisement. 3, 3, 3. Everything is 3 in terms of the rolls.
Yep.
Why on God's green earth, guys,
like I explained earlier,
am I getting two slots? Right? I'm still getting 2 of this. Your shit literally shows nothing but 3s.
Yeah.
What? How am I getting 2s still, man? And it's like there's almost no difference from Hell 4 to Inferno in terms of a drop rate. I'm gonna be real, there is no way I shouldn't be seeing nothing but 3s with the amount of difficulty attached to Inferno mode. It's absurdity. And let's say you finally do get a good piece. You finally get that one piece that you wanted. Well, now you have to battle the RNG of hoping that the substats land on what you want them to land on. And as I said before, to level up one piece, it costs like 1 million. Somebody can do the math for me, but it costs like 1 million. You just saw me do a full completion. I'm at 379K. Now, don't get me wrong. They have a fodder system here where you can like show the discarded, you know, click them, you get a bit back. But bro, 20K, that's barely enough for one freaking upgrade, man. And so it does.
Yeah, that's so bad. Like when you're trying to recycle or trying to get some money and you're trying to recycle, it's so bad. Like he said, like I just said it. Like when you go here and go here, you try to recycle, it's so bad. Especially with the look at 99,000. Oh, that's for gold. That's maxed out gold. What happens? 277,000 if you max out and you delete it, refresh this. Like it's so bad. Same thing with the shells. When you go to the shells, you go here. No, actually, no, go back. Go replace, recycle. Same thing with the shells. Like you go here, you sell, and you get 6,000 per. When you have to re-roll like the matrix or the effects, it costs like 30,000 or something. Let me double check. What is it? How much is it to re-roll these? Shells, empower, reconfig. How much is it? 30. It costs 30,000 training data and 12 of those little, what is it? Reconfig chips, bro. When you when you have to when you dismantle, bro. You look how much you get back when you dismantle. You get this. And the chips, you get 4 through 7. So the chips, I don't know if anyone talks about this. The chips itself is RNG. You either get 4 or through 7. Either you get the minimum of weight when you dismantle, or you get the maximum when you dismantle. I don't know what you're going to get, but you're going to get the either or. Why not just not give us just the maximum, the 7? And when we level it up, like, look at it, see? Now it's 8 and 14. Because I added another one. Like, why? Even the chips is RNG. Like, are you going to get the minimum of that, or you get 91? Look at 52 or 91. Like, come on, bro. Are you kidding me? Like, that's so bad. The same thing with the... oh, my God. And, I mean, that just shows, like, it's just bad in the economy state.
Doesn't matter how friendly they are with this resource on a weekly basis. You have to max refreshing in this game is a norm. And guys, I don't max refresh in HSR, and well, I never max refresh. It's a norm. It is normalized in this game. You kind of almost have to, because if you don't, well, then you're never going to get good gear, because the RNG is way too bad. And this comes.
Yeah, like I said before, I don't max refresh at all, because, like I said, I feel like the RNG in this game does not, like, I don't get like the respective output of drops that I get or anything like that. I just feel like farming, I think farming on here without the 2-time drops is ass. But when it comes to the 2 times drop, you know, I'd rather farm on the 2 times drop every time they come out with it than just farm just regularly. Like I said, I'm a hardcore casual, but I'm not really farming like crazy like these, you know, bigger heads are doing. You know, like, I just get in, farm a little bit, do the dailies and whatnot, and I get what I get and whatever. I save. I don't refresh. I save the crystals, and I only spend the crystals when it comes like to the events or whatever. You know, that's Gacha too, and that's it. And whatever I buy in the shop as well. So, I mean, I personally, I don't max refresh on the crystals. But when it comes to like the double drops and shit, I refresh the day before and the day of the double drops. But other than that, I just don't max refresh now. Before I used to when the game started, but now I just don't. It's just like, it's just not worth like it's just not worth the time of what I receive as in the output of things, you know what I mean? Is of what I get
from somebody with good luck. Now, when you take the things I just explained to you into consideration, and then you realize how many different modes there are in PvE, we'll just come over here. I mean, we got to do threshold, right? All 3 of these, which it's pretty diverse in who you need to like overcome these. But it's not just that. There's then Grim Pursuit. All 4 of these Grim Pursuits are needed to farm in order for you to get the right shells to put on the right characters. I would love to play this PvP mode right here. I would love to. But I don't have the pieces on my characters to play it because I can't get them to drop. I don't have the horizontal development I need to confidently go.
I don't really care for PvP personally. I just go in there just doing like what the five battles on the regular mode, the regular fight or some shit like that, and I just call it a day. And I'll say I didn't even go hard. I don't even go hard on PvP at all. Like the other 2 modes, like I don't even touch that shit. I touched it probably like twice. The second mode, what is it called? The Summon Arena. Like the Summon Arena I touched like twice. The Fearless Arena I touched that once. This one, the regular one, I just do that to do the 5 battles and that's it. And I just call it a day. I just don't even try to even do that. Because like I said, you need to build. You have to like you have to build the characters real good in order to like, if you're trying to compete, if you're real competitive on PvP, then you really have to build out your characters and shit like that. like to the point, to
Go
the
in here
goddamn
and say,
T.
let's go. I'd never do this. I'm going to do it like down to the last minute and just spend all day doing it. And hopefully by then I'll have the pieces. I might not. It's been longer than a month already. And I still don't have the stuff I need to go, all right, let's lock in. Let's really get it shaken now. That's all due to the abysmal RNG and economy right now in this game. It's just so imbalanced. And listen here, fellas, I'm a full screen on this one. I understand very well how important it is to have RNG, a random number generator. I understand how important it is to not give things out immediately and effectively. It literally disrupts the enjoyment of your satisfaction of finally getting those pieces. But there's a balancing act to it, okay? If it takes me 1 week of grind and I've max refreshed 7 days for that week, I better have some goddamn pieces that I want to have. You know, that's just not even enjoyable. It's just like, I'm just beating my head and dragging it against the keyboard. As I said before, you've probably lost a huge amount of.
Yeah, like I said before, when I farmed the 2x event, 2-drop event, literally out throughout the 7,000 stamina, what I spent like 4,000 or some shit like that, 3,000 or whatever. I did as much as I can, and I probably, like I said, I'll show you the 2 pieces that I got real good, and that's it. That's all I got.
Of people, because that's just like it's a PvP game, guys, right? It's supposed to be a PvP game. Why haven't I played any PvP? Well, because the PvE mode has just been too atrocious. I actually forgot to mention this. The shell system, which is actually such a beautiful system. I love it. I actually think a lot of games try to mimic Pokemon in ways that turn out to be ass cheeks or just a poor carbon copy. I think they have cooked so hard with this little shell system because these guys are pretty much a little weapon. They have their ability, and their abilities are quite distinctive in a way that truly it invites or invokes thought and strategy, and it's beautiful. Okay, and I really love how they look too. They all look so freaking cool. Just a quick little glaze here, guys. I'm not kidding. I am a simp for this shell system. Now that said, y'all already know what I'm about to complain about. This right here is absurd, bro.
Yep.
First of all,
like I said earlier,
see the
when I explained
massive
my
imbalance.
side.
Just take a look at this. I have 4,000 of this reconfig chip here. It only costs 12 to do a reroll of this 4,000. It costs 30K to reroll this one. 30K and only 12, right? Look at this, bro. I'm broke. I'm literally broke. It just to speak volumes here. And I reconfig this. There's been times where I've spent 1.5 mil trying to get one stat to land. Now, if you're not curious, the way this works, passive slot 2, let's say I'm trying to get max crit damage roll. There's 4 different tiers of this, and even those tiers fluctuate in terms of numerical values. Sure, that's completely fine. The problem is it also has the chance to land on all these other stats, and there's no pity for this. You could very well spend 3 million gold trying to roll the right stat and not get the right stat.
It's so bad.
Another variable that points towards one unbelievably abhorrent economy. It's too expensive, man. In 18 different facets, it's too expensive. That shit needs to be fixed. This cost of how much it costs to level up modules needs to be fixed. And the RNG rate of this shit needs to be fixed, especially when it scuffs bro, there's so much RNG in this game. It's unbelievable, bro. Like there's RNG in this. I could
right
very well
so much RNG, dude.
5
like what the
and
hell,
0,
man?
4 and 1, and then sometimes I go 2 and 3. It's like, bro, how the hell does that work? You got to lower the cost.
When I was doing my double drops event, there was times where I would go 10-0 with my Shadow Sonya on Terramaton, and there's times where I lose the first battle. I'm like, bro, what? Tell me how that makes sense. How did I play 2 games? One game I'm 10-0, and the other game I lose the first battle. Like, what the fuck? Yo, make that shit sense. Yo, make it make sense. Like, come on, bro. That's just what the fuck?
You got to lower the cost of re-rolling shells. You got to lower the cost of upgrading modules. You got to get rid of these fucking 2 drops of matrices on Inferno mode. It should only be 3s from here on out. I'm sorry, but like nobody wants these goddamn 2 drops. I understand that there's some modules that are only 8-piece sets, and so the 2 is viable there. Who cares? Just put 3s, man, because it's already frustrating enough trying to get the right piece to spawn in. Even if it's a 3, it still ends up being garbage like this. Oh, this is the other big problem. I'm gonna go in on this right now. Let's go ahead and click play again. Okay. Once again, RNG and economy, guys. You're never gonna get tired of me saying that because it's just so freaking like, it's so present. Over here, another thing they pitched in the beginning, you can roll crit rate and crit damage 3 times if you want. That was like a cool thing. I was like, I remember hearing that. I was like, oh my God, well, I can do crit damage, crit damage, crit damage if I wanted to, or crit rate, crit damage. Well, what they didn't explain to you is that you also have the chance of rolling flat HP and flat defense. And let me tell you, flat HP and flat defense are monumentally worse than HP percent and defense percent. They either need to buff the numerical values of flat defense and flat HP just a little bit more so that they don't feel like dog shit rolls, or just get rid of them entirely, because that adds to the atrociousness of the RNG. Let me just give you an example. If I come over here to my healer Ling Luo, 50% HP bonus is what you get when you get HP percent bonus. When you get a flat HP though, let me just show it to you. Flat HP, here we go. This one here, 3,300 HP versus 50%. You want to know the difference between those two? Well, she has 13,785 base HP, 6,892 versus that 33. It's literally double the value. So when I get flat HP and flat defense, I'm not a happy camper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, flat stats are so ass in this game, dude.
Once again, guys,
once you see a flat stat, it's like, yeah, just recycle that bitch.
All of this. And it needs to happen fast, because I'm sure a lot of people are reaching that point of just feeling like it's hopeless in terms of even grinding the game. Continuous battle. I have mixed feelings about this. First, if you want me to be completely fair, if I manually beat the mode, I've already proven that I've skillfully overcome it. So many people will argue that we should just continuous battle, instant completion, give me my drops. But I also understand how that goes against the very idea of you strategizing and watching the satisfaction of your auto battle plan working. And so there's a bit of a mixed feeling here. However, I don't like wasting my time. And so ultimately, I believe continuous battle, instant win after you've already skillfully beat it manually is the best outcome to respect the consumer's time. If that's not going to happen, it's not a game. It's not like a game breaker for me. I'm completely fine with it. What needs to happen without a shadow of a doubt is the customization of how my team moves and decides what they want to do. This is not something that never has existed. In fact, I'm pretty sure Raid Shadow Legends has full customization over their auto battle. There's no excuse why you guys can't have it. I understand that you're trying to give a slip to some investors.
Oh yeah, I do agree on this. It's crazy how do I end up fighting the Terramaton, right? I get the 3-star. I could flawlessly do this, like, no doubt, in manual. But when it comes to auto, like, this the auto CPU is just real bad. Like, I think right now, I think beforehand, my Lily, she would target Fangus, because he has a, I don't know if he has a higher attack or the follow up or his turn meter is low, but I would rock, what's my link low? So this is the team that I will rock for Termaton, right? Then let's see who she targets. All right, you can see there she targeted Shadow Sonya. That's what I mainly do, right? But beforehand, I used to target on auto. Fangus used to oh my god, this is my site. This is my shit. Lily used to target Fangus right beforehand, but somehow I don't know why, but Lily is targeting Shadow Sonya now. I don't know why. I forgot what's the reason why she targets the other character. I have to reread her. But now she's targets Shadow Sonya. But if I put this bitch on auto, the first time she does it, she'll target Shadow Sonya, right? But the other times when I do the auto, when I do the continuous battle in the background, the other times she'll target Fangus. And sometimes they'll do good, sometimes they'll do bad. Most of the times they'll do bad because, like I said, if she targets Shadow Sonya, 100%ing that fight. But if it targets Fangus, it's probably like 50-50 with Fangus. So yeah, so like Gacha Smack said, if they put like some type of customization like battle where like and I complete the battle the way I did it manually, if we could just copycat that and I could set it as a preset or something like that, then that would be nice. And then I could put it in the background as a continuous battle and shit like that, and that would be real nice. But the fact that it doesn't do that, it just sucks. It's always RNG, like I said. Everything in this game is absolutely RNG. The modules is RNG. Everything's RNG, bro. RNG is just everywhere when it comes to this game.
And say, look, they're playing the game so long, but you're gonna have a bigger problem on your hands if you don't fix this QOL of this, because people are just gonna outright quit, man. So at least allow people to customize their decision making of their units to increase the success chances, because right now it's very annoying. I'll give you an example. This is a team I used to overcome Terramaton, but one problem I have is that my Lily's going to target my Didding because he has the highest attack on the team. I have to literally manually change her attack to be higher than his in order for my Lily to now target her. Why is this a problem? Because if she targets Didding, then I don't get to put my defensive down on Terramaton with Yelly, which means my Didding's gonna miss out on a lot of damage. 60% defensive down is a lot of damage down the drain. And so I'm forced to manual this shit and waste my time. I don't like wasting my time, guys. And so having a customized option somewhere up here that allows my Lily to decide who she's gonna put her twinge wick on would save me a great deal of time and save me a great deal of stress. Please, for the love of God, add that customization option in your game if you're not going to allow us to auto-complete, because many people are going to get like frustrated to a degree where they're just going to be like, all right, I'm over it. And I understand some of these things take time, guys, but you know, I don't even think the game should have released with this, because you already had a competitor out there who's already doing it. And while we're like,
because if you do it for one team, I mean, I'm pretty sure they have to think like, oh, you have to save the custom battle for that team, save the custom battle for like another team. I mean, you're gonna have to put presets and everything on all that shit. I mean, it's kind of, I mean, for them, it's probably gonna be a lot of work.
The other problem with it is I can only have one continuous battle occurring at a time. This is another improvement that would help out the consumer's time in terms of convenience. At least give us 2 continuous battles at once. One is not enough.
That would be nice.
It's just not. It's too time consuming, especially we're doing a double drop.
Yeah, exactly. I think 2 continuous battle would be amazing, to be honest, especially as like as a free to play. I would say free to play hardcore casual. I think it'll be real nice. Like, it will cut down time. Like, you know, I would love to put Terramaton and Doki Doki in the background while I'll do some other shenanigan and in the PvE section over there, and I could farm the shells manually or something like that. I mean, that would be real nice.
Drop event right now. It'd be so nice if I didn't have to wait on one continuous battle to complete to use the rest of my stamina to get the most out of this double drop event. But I'm stuck here waiting on this one continuous battle to finish just to load it back up again. It's frustrating. Another problem with this is like, there was a thing that was pitched where you can go out of battle like I'm doing right now. I don't even have to watch them doing it. They're doing it on their own. I can't do that in every mode. It's like, if I try to do it in some of these modes, well, I'm stuck watching it. It should be a feature that's enabled across the scope of the game, if you ask me, once you have already completed it manually. Another problem while we're on that is Phantom Theater. There's a lot of the times where I've hit in the triple S rank, and guys, I'm gonna be honest, I don't care about a ranking system in Phantom Theater. Like, I don't care who's up here getting triple S3. Listen, once I get my triple S, give me an option to just say complete, get up out of here, because I can't pop out of there and let them do them on their own here either. And so it's one of two ways: either allow me to pop out so I'm not forced to watch that, or give me the option to say end this and let's get us out of here. It's sort of a minor gripe that's annoying, but it would help people again in terms of convenience. Speaking of convenience, your loadout system, it needs some work, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? The fact that I go into my arena realm PvP and my Lily isn't the fastest here because, well, I'm using her in other modes that require the shield over speed, and then I'm over here getting clapped, bro, with a 16.6% success rate. Doesn't feel very good, man. I'm not gonna cap. It would be really nice if my Lily could keep the set for PvP on without me worrying about it getting taken off. And I remember you guys addressing this in the live stream as a matter of, oh, well, you know, once you get more gearing, it won't matter as much. Fuck that, bro. That was just the most lazy answer that really pissed off a lot of people. And honestly, I don't blame them for being pissed, because it's something that's just so simple. You're doing it already in your union mode.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't understand these things. It's like I try to like wrap my head around it, and
they shouldn't have done that. That's something that they should have done like before day one, like in the beta. They should have done that like way beforehand. Like make a separate loadout for PvP, another separate loadout for PvE.
Maybe I just don't understand that these are more complex. I mean, I don't have a PhD in game design. You know, I'm not a fucking whatever the title is for doing these things, but maybe it's more complex. Maybe it's more complex than I realize, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm the idiot. Regardless, we need loadouts for this. We need team loadouts for all these different modes that we're doing, because I forget sometimes the 5 billion IQ strategy I used to get my little win rate over here that's currently 3-1. Sometimes I forget what I did, and now I have to go back and do it, and then I didn't do it right, so now I'm getting clapped. I'm like, bro, I don't remember what I did. It's too much taking these pieces off of this person and putting it on this person. You have way too many modes that we cycle through, from this to your Grim Pursuit on all 4 of these. We need more loadout QOL desperately, guys. I'm gonna be real. On a positive note, I feel like I've been grilling you guys for quite a bit. I actually really like your union. Your unions, for me, it's
same.
Chill. It's not
Union's
too
chill.
crazy to where I have to allocate a lot of time to it. You know, you got a united front, you set that up, you go beat some, you know, clap some people up, you get some nice rewards. We haven't lost one yet. You've got this mode, which I think is also pretty freaking cool and enables people to help each other out by borrowing each other's stuff. I got to do this again to get that to double S. I had some bad RNG, but I actually like what the union system invites. My union's been pretty solid. We help each other out pretty effectively. We assist each other in getting better dupes. I think this system has actually been pretty awesome. And every week I'm looking forward to the reset to get these resources here to help my account progression. I actually don't really have much feedback of the union mode other than great job, keep cooking. Now it's time for me to talk to you guys about a big problem in imbalance. We all know that Lily is broken. In fact, we could just go to each one of these modes, and in every single one of them, you're gonna see Lily. I don't think it's a big deal, honestly, because everybody can gain access to the Lily, but nobody wants to sit there and re-roll for 37 hours. And so either you buff some people to meet her in value, or maybe she needs a nerf, which I'm gonna be, I don't think she's not escaping a nerf after this season ends. The problem, the reality of it is I can't find a replacement for her that's a side grade. It's usually they're inferior, but they can get the job done. But there's no like real legitimate side grades in my personal experience for Lily. But for me, I'll be honest, not that big of a deal. The biggest problem I have with your balancing is defense. You have too many defense tools to just make defense feel fucking worthless in this game for PvP and in like some of these select modes. Like this fucking guy, what's his name, bro? This dude here Brother just doesn't care about your defense. But you know who else doesn't care about your defense? This guy. Bro he without a shadow of a doubt needs a nerf more than Lily, because PvP is where he's just way too dominant.
He's broken as hell.
I can't tell you how many times I've tried to like concoct teams to counter him with defense, but you just can't counter him. This man has a fucking passive that says ignore your passive. On top of that, he says this attack breaches target 60% defense, man. And then he has one in here that brings it to 70. You have a literal set that says ignore 30% of somebody's defense. I don't know the math entirely in this game. I don't know if it just straight up gives this guy 100% defensive shred, but he's got to be somewhere close to 100% defensive shred between Harvest, between his passive, and between other characters in the game putting defense down by 60%. So we got ignore defense 70, Harvest ignore more defense, and then defense down. What is the purpose of me building Holden for 5,000 defense if this dude just says fuck your 5,000 defense? And you can't counter him any other way. Oh, bloodbath? Brother, I've tried bloodbath. The only bloodbath I saw was me getting my cheeks fucking clapped by Messiah. The man either needs to be nerfed, or you guys need to do some major rethinking on defensive shred in this game. Because right now, my defensive units feel like wet noodles. There were times where I went into Arena Realm, Etheria, and intentionally took losses to experiment on how to counter this guy. There's no fucking countering him except speed. And this is where I realized there's a major imbalance in your speed. I understand in turn-based games, for the longest of time, speed has always been king. But it becomes a problem when my defense unit, such as Holden, becomes not a defense unit. I just say fuck his defense, just make him as fast as possible to get the immunity off of him, attack him down. And yeah, now my defense unit is just a speed unit like everyone else. And so it's like PvP in terms of speed tuning, we still understand how important it is to speed tune. We understand how important it is for speed to be like king. But it shouldn't be king for everyone. It should only be king for the supports who are trying to give you immunity, who are trying to give defense down and freeze and CC. But for somebody like Holden, somebody like, I don't know, all the defense scaling units, you need to balance your game in a way where we are rewarded for not putting any speed on them because they pop off with defense. I think you either got to nerf the shredding. 60% is a bit absurd, I'll be honest. But that would allow you to have to rescale the whole game, because then you would have to tweak HP percentages to meet these tweaks. Or you got to nerf some of these characters. Like Messiah's he's the only character in the goddamn game that ignores all that. It's just too broken, man. I understand he's a light unit, but my God, there's no answer for this guy. It's like if you see him and you get outsped by the opponent, well, bye-bye. Strategy?
Yeah, that's true. If you get outsped by a team that has Messiah in it, and he goes first, GG's, bro.
Fuck your strategy, bro. He's about to obliterate everyone.
Literally, fuck your team.
And that's kind of problematic. It doesn't feel good. And so that's my last bit of scrutiny in terms of this game. For a balancing, I think you need to figure that out, and it will be more enjoyable and more of a fairness in the atmosphere. Now, to wrap this up, just some QOL suggestions. One, I think your workstation and your Chaku ring are completely pointless and a waste
Agree.
of space. I feel like what you guys were trying to do was make this room more interactable and more engaging, but it ultimately just kind of feels like worthless. If I go to my Chaku ring, you got friends, archive, hyperlink, charter, achievement, shop, and email. If I come over here to tab, every single panel I just mentioned is in this as well. And so what is even the purpose of Chaku ring? There's not a purpose. You got check-in here. That's the only thing I see that's not in the other area in notifications. But check-in is also at Union, which you have to visit this place every day routinely, and you're going to check in here. I just think delete these panels because they're just worthless. Animus in inventory. I mean, once again, over here in tab, we also have Animus in inventory. We got Animus down here. It's just like you're just at this point just overcooking with your user interface. So delete these two and keep that idea in mind and like make this a bit more polished. It's a QOL like minor nitpick, but it's just like it's kind of an eyesore looking at it. I'm like, oh my god, that's kind of cringe. Why is it even there? You know. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about, it's pretty annoying when I'm looking at my shells on this screen and I'm going, I wonder if I could put this matrix on them. Wait, what is that shells matrices again? I have to come all the way over here to either archive, which is kind of annoying to do, to remember what matrices are available on this little guy. Minor nitpick, but it'd be nice if you had a screen that would just pop up next to the shell as I'm already on my, like, you know, my animuses and viewing these. There's nowhere here, like just a little panel, like maybe next to this. Click it and it'll show the variety of ones that I can get, because otherwise I'm stuck having to go to the threshold mode, or I'm sorry, not even that, grim pursuit mode, and then come all the way down to find which one. There it is. And I'm like, okay, this is what this guy drops. I do this a lot. I'm like, damn. Okay, so
I agree with that. They should make it where we should see what the shells, what do they drop, instead of like keep going back and forth. Because I'm the same as well. I'm always going back to see what they drop, but it would be nice to show like what they drop. Either like he said, either like a tab over here, or like under here under the this description. I don't know, somewhere on the screen where it tells you what kinds of what types of matrix it drops. So that would be nice, to be honest.
So he can drop this. All right, cool. It's just kind of annoying. Lastly, I think your events are actually fine. Are they like the craziest innovative events ever? No.
I disagree on this one. The events are really bad. Dude, these events, there's some that are really bad and some are really good. This event, it's RNG. Personally, I wish they increased the size of these little tokens right here. So therefore, you know, I could get everything in the goddamn store, you know. Then I would benefit a lot from this, because as a free-to-play player, or / you know, casual player, this is the best way to get benefited from events, you know, because they give you a bunch of shit, you know. They give you the lattices, or they give you the stamina, they give you this, the crystals. I mean, this is what you have to. I feel like in some like, oh, solo leveling. I forgot. Solo leveling, they give you, when it comes to like events and stuff, and if you just started and stuff like that, and good for casuals and shit. I mean, they really give you like good ass materials when it comes to in solo leveling. And solo leveling, they really give it to you when it comes to materials and shit of what you need or what they're gonna give you. So they're really good at giving you shit when it comes to like events and stuff. But I think events are so bad. This event is ass because you don't even get enough to buy everything from the shop. The singing one is bad because you don't get everything from there. The card one that we just got, I think that one sucks if you're a solo player. If you're a solo player and you play this card and you have no friends, dog shit event. Is definitely not solo friendly. Weather event. The gacha capsule one, that one, I think that's the only event where you're actually able to get everything. As long as you log in every day and you do the little missions on the sides to get extra, to do extra, extra rolls on that. I think that's the only event where you actually get everything, you know, that they give you. Warrior event, and the train event. That shit's OD. That's for like hardcore players. Oh, I'm already in the game. I mean, is this an event? I mean, I still count this as an event because, yeah, this should still count as an event. This is for like hardcore players, bro. This is for people that have like stacked ass teams, bro. Like stacked, you know. Because I personally, I could get up to B, and that's it. With my team and everything that I have built for this event, I could get up to B. Like I said, the card event, this shit, bro, dog shit. If you're a solo player, dog shit. I could do 5 of these. And also, why is it when it comes to this event, why is it when I complete a card, a section, and I have a duplicate of and there's another section with the same card, for an example. Okay, here we go. Example right here. So I have Kraken and this dude, right? I have it for this section, right? I was like, all right, you accept it, you complete it, boom. But now I have to try to get it again on the B. You're telling me I have to rerun this again to get it on B? Like I said, this shit is shitty when it comes to a solo player. Cause like I said, I'm a solo player myself, and if you don't have friends to have like to trade cards and shit, bro, this is so dog shit. I mean, why is the card that I already got for another section is gonna disappear? Just gonna, like, you know, you just gonna eliminate that shit out of there? I understand, because I completed it over here. But you're gonna eliminate it like over here on this section on the B? Like, what the fuck, bro? I think that's kind of fucked up as a solo player, you know. But if you got friends and shit, oh, it's cool, you know. Oh, have friends, then you're good. But no, I don't want to have fucking friends to help me the fuck out. The only time I only want friends to help me out is either on the Union or we're doing the Phantom Theater, and that's it. Like, why need to have like people to help me out to do other shit? I mean, it's dog shit. I mean, the events itself, they're so bad. They just suck. They suck ass. You don't even get everything in the store except for, like I said, the Gacha capsule one. That's the only one that you actually get everything in. So the events, I think they're ass. They're dog shit. All of them are. I don't care what you say. They're all dog shit.
But they're very quick and convenient to do for me personally, and they give pretty damn solid rewards. I know I gave a ton of scrutiny to this game, especially consider that I'm partnered up with Etheria Restart, but that's just who I am at heart. If I'm scrutinizing and criticizing it this hard, that just goes to show, like my brother Genizat once said, that I really enjoy this game to the point where I am passionate about it, to where I'm grilling this shit off, because I like it. I like it a lot. I wouldn't get to level 100 if I didn't like it a lot. I'd just sandbag my ass off. But it's been hard for me to passionately create content about the game when there's so many things that I know have pissed off a lot of people. I hope you guys take all this criticism to heart and improve them so that we can have a better experience with Etheria Restart, because I think the game's got good bones. I think there's a lot of things about it that, invite strategy and thought-provoking team development, but it's pretty rough around the edges right now. Those of you who watch this video, comment down below and you let me know if you feel I missed out on anything. I'm sure I did. I always shoot from the hip when I do any of my reviews, and so there's always going to be some things that I didn't actually address. Thanks for watching. Peace, love, and happiness. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Well, that is the video. If you ask me, that's a pretty good video. If you ask me personally, the game is really good. If I gave it like a rating right now, I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. If I give this game a rating, a 7 out of 10. just cause the fact that the negatives, there's so much negative in the background of this game that it just sucks. I mean, like the good stuff, like the gameplay, the strategy, um, everything, all that stuff. That's I think that's all good because you have to strategize and everything, yada yada yada. You have to team build or whatever, whatever. You just have to be like, you just have to know like who to build or how you're gonna build them or who to who to put in the team together to get the content done. I have no problem with that. It is what it is. But just like just the QOL of things of this game, it's just so bad. Like I would give this game I would give this game a higher score, but it's just the QOL of this game is so damn bad. I just don't like. It's just things are way too expensive with this game. Like if I was a whale is one thing, but if I'm playing this game casually and I'm free to play as well, man, it's just like it takes a toll. Like you have to be, like I said earlier, it gets to a point where you just have to be real picky now. You just have to be real fucking picky of what you want to modules and shit and shells that you have to roll on. Like you have to get real picky with the modules. You have to make sure you don't spend your lattices on the wrong scale, because if you do, you're not gonna get that lattice back. GG's. The shells. I mean, we already talked about it. Re-rolling, everything is expensive. The re-rolling here is expensive as fuck. Leveling up is not a problem. I mean, leveling up is like, I don't even know right now because I have to do this. But I mean, leveling up, it is what it is. It's just the re-rolling part of this is really bad. Like I said, you put a gold lattice on like the wrong scale, is GG's. You know, you're just like, oh shit, that's one minus lattice that you can get back. I mean, this game is good, but it's just the QOL of things is just real bad. In the events as well, it's just dog shit. But anyways, that's the video. I'm gonna link Gacha's video down in the description. Therefore, you guys could watch it, so you guys don't have to hear me yapping. If you guys haven't watched this video, I recommend watching it. Let me give it like. I think it's fair. I think, except for when he talks about the event, I don't know what that nigga's on, bro. That nigga said the event is fine. Nah, that nigga's smoking some good shit right there. I'm sorry, Smack. I love you, Brody, but bro, you are smoking some good shit if you think the event's good. But yeah, that's the video. I hope you guys the video. This is the first Etheria restart video that I did. My opinion on the game is after like a month. What is it, like a month and what's it? Today is the 15th. A month and a week, or a week and a half. I mean, on this game. Like I said, this is just an opinion on me on how I experienced. I was just laying. I wanted to react this video and put like a note and say my opinion on top of whatever Gacha's Mech was saying, and also an opinion on how I am, on how it is when it comes to a casual free to play player, and also a first timer to playing a turn based gacha game, because I play other gacha games as well. I don't just play this game. Like I said, I mentioned I play and other stuff like a solo leveling, Wuthering Waves, Last Claudia. I play that. Genshin. Genshin. I just pop in and pop out, and that's it. Obviously, Theory Restart, Book of Yog. I mean, I play gacha, but like I said, this is my first This is my first turn-based gacha, and this is just my experience as a first-timer and also as a free-to-play casual player. I hope you guys like the video. I hope drop a like, drop a comment, comment on the comment section, obviously, about your opinion on this game, how it is so far. And so yeah,